the next catastrophe. At the time of this writing, we are in or just leaving the part of the sun cycle known as solar minimum. This is a period of 1 to 2 years where there is an almost complete absence of sunspots and solar flares. The whole cycle is about 11 years long, 5.5 years ramping up to solar maximum, and then 5.5 years winding down to solar minimum. If we are just leaving solar minimum now, we can expect a ramp up in activity to somewhere in 2025 as solar maximum. As stated previously, our sun and planets are moving through a section of space where we are being impacted by huge amounts of cosmic energy emanating from the galactic core. Our location is on the outer edge of the galaxy, and normally there is a huge amount of space bodies and particles which deflect a lot of the energies. The region we are moving through now allows a fairly clear shot from the galactic core with minimal distortion. The effect is similar to traveling through a heavy forest where no direct sunlight gets through, and then emerging onto an open plain where you experience direct sunlight. Taking this into consideration, you should expect a much more intense build-up to solar maximum over the next few years than what we normally see. This will include more frequent solar flares and sunspots, with the corresponding CMEs being much more intense than usual. Where we normally see X3 to X7 class solar flares, we could easily see X15 to X30 solar flares. A more active sun means more intense earthquakes and volcanic activity. Expect to see earthquakes up to 9 and 10 on the Richter scale, and old dormant volcanoes coming back to life and erupting like Vesuvius and Etna. Supervolcano eruptions like the one in Yellowstone are not out of the question. Along with the intense earthquakes will come tsunamis, which will be larger and more devastating than normal. Thunderstorms will be much more intense than normal, with more flooding and lightning strikes. Large and dangerous tornadoes can be expected, but all of the above is just a build-up to the catastrophe that would follow after a micronova from our sun. There seems to be a cyclic micronova on the 11,500-year scale, and it has been exactly that long since the last one hit Earth. Taking all of the above into consideration, a micronova and Earth catastrophe would be most probable in the area of 2024 to 2025 near the next solar maximum. But the micronova will occur when the sun's magnetic fields can no longer contain the energy within it. Now that the solar minimum has passed, we should see the sun itself giving indications of the micronova timing. The more and larger sunspots, solar flares, and CMEs we see in the build-up to solar maximum, the sooner the micronova will be released. The soonest time projected for the micronova is around 2022, with the latest time being about 2025. From my personal viewpoint, it will come sooner rather than later. Be prepared. The number one factor in surviving the catastrophe is location. The most protected area in the U.S. seems to be the eastern range of the Rocky Mountains in central and northern Colorado. The next best area is in the Ozark Mountains of NW, Arkansas, and SW, Missouri. Avoid the coast cause of flooding and tsunamis. Avoid areas normally prone to earthquakes. There are other areas that can be survivable, but the above two are areas that will give you the greatest probability of surviving. A few psychics have given readings of future land maps, and they have Omaha NB on the coast of a large body of water. Remote viewers who have worked the problem seem to agree that the southern hemisphere of Earth faces the worst devastation. This would indicate the timing of the micronova to be in the U.S. wintertime, when North America is rotated away from the sun. As always, friends, like, subscribe, fuck off, whatever. When it comes to the truth, we go hard as fuck.